The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real
That's you,
estate
Tony.
attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome, and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. And look who made the trip back to see us. Look at Brad Mastrangelo's back, because he doesn't think we got all our information out last
Oh,
week.
there's so much more to give out, and that's why I'm here.
Real estate is just an endless trough of information.
Trough.
I think you're right.
You
That's
can
a great
never.
word.
Trough's a good word.
It's a good word.
That is a good word.
Reminds me of Fenway Park as a youngster.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I would have to pick you up
Yeah,
and be in the trough.
Yeah.
It's not that much better now.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But
You know,
it's,
but the troughs are gone.
the troughs.
Well, they have the
should be.
one in the it's just
Yeah,
forget
it should be gone.
Yeah.
It's still in therapy from that.
Should be. I know. Is there something wrong with that? Yeah, but geez, I know.
Back to real estate.
I know.
Why don't we talk about cellars?
That's a good idea. All right.
Like basements, cellars, whatever you want to talk about. I call them basements, but you call them cellars, and you're in the business, so let's talk about that.
Sure. Install a trough in your house and then sell it.
In the cellar or the
Yeah.
basement, cellar.
Yeah. How would that look?
It looked great.
Yeah. All right.
Until you're
Not
flushed.
gross.
I know.
Wrap around.
I know.
I don't think I'm gonna like that.
Yeah.
I don't like this subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
certain
then
subjects-
it's done. Then we're done.
We're
We're done. We'll move on.
Because we're here to
All right.
serve you, Kath.
I know. I know. That's what I've been told.
You got a vacation coming up.
I do.
Yeah. All right.
I do. I can't wait.
Yeah. And
Fly in the
And
coop.
you deserve it.
I know. I'm
Where you go?
exhausted.
Where you going?
Away.
I'm not going to track you down.
wow.
Now you have
You
to
know-
figure it out. No.
When I was a kid, when someone ran away, it meant something entirely different.
Well, how do you know? How do you know?
So you got to
Right.
specify.
No.
Right.
Kathy's
He's
going
away.
away.
Yeah, she's away.
That's pretty much what you thought of it.
But it's how you look at things. Like you say to someone, how old are you? And he'll say, well, on my next birthday, I'll be 52. I said, look, it's not a math quiz. I asked how old you are.
How old do you think I am?
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Who wants to know?
I know.
29.
You can't answer that question. I know. Well, I know.
How old do you think I am? I have never been asked to think about that. So I'm not going to start now.
I have no idea.
You know, it doesn't matter how old you are. You're still going to die when
Exactly.
you die.
Exactly.
No matter what age, right.
That's exactly right.
And you've taken a few trips lately.
I have. The cruise industry is back and bustling and bigger people than ever.
Why? Because of the buffets bigger?
Because they're just pigs. Let me just say it right now. Let me just. The
All right,
bathing
that's a
suits.
trigger warning.
No, and the bathing suits they wear, you've got to go. There's no mirrors in their cabin. I'll tell you right now, because they just. I have to stop them and say, listen, as someone who doesn't know you, obviously you have
the
no
love of
friends
God.
to
You
take
might
you aside.
wanna
and-
rethink
yes.
that.
How about maybe a rap would be good for
Right.
this ensemble?
I know, but
Showing way too much.
all right. So
You know,
in
we're
this,
not body shaming at all. But
No!
I
you
was
know-
just gonna say
you
that.
know, my attitude on that is
Yes.
when you go into a bathing suit store and you go, hey, can I have that suit in my size? They should say, no, absolutely not. I am saving you from yourself.
It's very true.
Yes.
listen, in
very
this day and
true.
age,
It's
if
a
you
bathing-
got it,
Yeah.
flaunt it.
Well, but I say that too. I said, and I do. I love your body, and I mean that because like it's too stressful. Love your body, but no, in the back of your mind, we're gonna have to look at it too. That's all I'm trying to communicate to
Right.
people.
So you want them to remember that when they're about to put that outfit in.
I
That
know.
one word.
But men do
No.
it, like the Speedos. I wear the biggest suit I can and
Yeah.
let you think about it. That's
You
what I'm
pull it
trying
all
to
the
say.
way up?
Way up. No
Yeah,
one
yeah.
has to see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I look out for my other passengers. I want them to feel comfortable. Yeah. I'm sorry, I went off on a
No.
tangent.
So you get a little scarred from these
You get
trips.
scarred.
There's
Yeah.
no body shaming on a cruise.
No,
Come
of course
on,
not.
Brad.
Well, I do say if you feel horrible about yourself, take a cruise. Because you feel
so much
fantastic
better.
when you
Well,
get
that's
home.
great. That's great. That's a good one.
Oh, God. So, all right. So no more cruises for a while. You're back.
End of February, once a month, I'll go. Once a month.
All right.
That's fine.
Where do you go? What's the next one?
Next one is out of Miami.
Okay.
We go, they have their own private island. All these places have their private islands.
Yeah.
now, you know,
Yeah.
And
I wonder if they all have the same private island, just different parts.
they just people come out at night and they change it around.
No, they just come in from a different
Yeah.
direction.
Right. Change out the signs.
Right.
and-
Although some of them, like Royal Caribbean has their island, and you can actually see NCL's Norwegian's island from theirs. It's like right there.
Oh,
You can
nice.
see
Really?
people are going, ours is better than yours. They're like, we'd get
Island
off and
wars.
we'd go pee in the water on their island and stuff like that. That's
and
what you
come
do.
back.
Do you bring the family or just you? Go?
Sometimes. I
Yeah.
brought my wife, we did the Canada cruise, which was very nice. I recommend that one. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I bring her sometimes.
And we should explain to our viewers, you're performing on these shows. That's why you're taking so
If
many.
you can call it that. Some people may,
Whatever you
some
want.
people may not. That's totally up to them.
I'm there talking.
People are listening.
They can listen, and
they
if they
can make their own conclusions.
Absolutely.
And if they start to chuckle, like maybe
I'm
you
not
could call
forcing
me.
it on them. I don't. My
Now,
job is done.
What is the type of crowd? Not to, but I'm just curious.
Well, lately, a lot of younger
just-
people too.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, a lot of young. Everyone just think, old, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
Of,
Well, the old people die.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And they bury them at sea.
Yeah,
They
they
throw
just
them
throw 'em right over.
Yeah, throw 'em
Like,
right
there's
over.
another open cabin.
No, the reason I asked though is because I was at a comedy show the other night that was, I don't think, it was kind of a client appreciation night.
Yeah.
But then
my
they threw a
goodness.
comedy show on.
Oh.
So it's like, people should be expecting comedy if they're
yeah.
going to be at comedy.
I agree.
Yeah, we
Right.
shouldn't
Well,
be
I think the
foisted
first-
on
Yeah,
people.
Right,
exactly.
right.
I think
exactly.
the first requirement is that you understand the language of
Right,
the comedian.
right,
Right.
And,
You understand that you're going to a comedy
Right.
show.
Right.
and that it's a comedian that speaks English. So
Right,
if you don't
right,
know
right,
English,
right.
don't
Oh,
waste
I've
your-
had that on cruise ships. In the one time I was in the front row for 4 people, and the crowd's great, but they're just staring at me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it turns out I'm talking to them, and they're going, didn't speak a word of
Word of
English.
Okay.
English.
Why-
Yeah.
Not
Right.
one. They
So
were
that-
Spanish.
So that goes back to my
but and I
point,
said, well,
right?
why would you come and sit in the
I
front?
know.
There's
row?
1 hour they're never going to get
And the
back.
next morning we were in Cozumel. I said, "Is this a trip home? What are we doing? I don't understand. Why would you come here?"
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah.
So the
that's right.
point, the one I was at, and I can mention his name, Steve Sweeney.
Yeah.
It was throughout to the crowd because it really wasn't going over that great.
Yeah.
Not because of Steve's
No.
act at all, but he says, all right, let me try this. You guys know who the Rolling Stones are in there? No.
Then you
said,
just
oh.
gave it in right
Yeah,
there.
you gotta have.
And then he
some
veered
calm.
off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know who Jack Nicholson is?
Oh, no.
That didn't go over well.
No.
And I said, oh, my God.
In
this
fact,
is-
Jack Nicholson was that crowd's safe word.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
yeah. So I wasn't sure if a lot of those people there just for the cruise and the food, and then they
No,
happen
they.
to go.
I actually say they do enjoy the comedy show,
Okay.
even in the theater.
All right,
They'll
all
they'll
right.
really come for the comedy.
So it's you guys' job has gotten exponentially harder, I think, over the years.
Not Tony's, because Tony doesn't care.
No, I don't.
No,
care.
yes, you
Because
do.
of
I
the,
don't.
because
Yes,
of
you
the
do.
political incorrectness
Yeah.
of what you can say and not say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like you guys, like 25 years ago, could say anything and the whole place would be howling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd say like, "Is there a black man in the audience?"
Yeah.
Any
I used to
black people
plant
in
a black guy in the
Right,
audience.
I know, and they
I
just be
travel
going-
with one.
You what?
I travel with one.
but or you guys just everything was funny, right?
Yeah.
Everything was funny.
Well, there was
because-
nothing off limits.
Right.
and nobody took it personally. You guys were just like cutting
Say
edge
anything.
funny,
Yeah.
right?
It wasn't even like 25 years. I'm watching Boston Legal now. The stuff
Yeah.
they come up with that one.
Yeah.
And that is just.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I remember, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't 25 years ago, but
Yeah, yeah.
we're coming up through time.
Yeah, yeah.
And as time has gone on, and here we are, 2024, there's so many things you can't joke around about because there's somebody in the audience that's going to be offended by
They're
you.
looking. I think you'll agree, Tony. Some people are looking for it. They're
Oh,
looking
yeah.
for us
Right.
to say
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
so they
Yeah.
can
Right.
start. That's
You know, this goes back even farther than that to, Lenny Bruce,
Oh, yeah.
who broke down barriers to
Oh, yeah.
say anything you wanted to do, and they used to send people to the audience knew what they were there to see, but they would send cops in. And then they
Oh,
would
yeah.
watch him and say, he said this.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would say, I didn't say that. I joked about that.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Right.
There's a big difference
Yeah, yeah.
between a
No,
statement
that's a
and
good
a
point.
joke.
Yep.
Yeah, but then I feel like the audience also has this thing and they're looking around and like, what if I laugh at that?
Yeah.
Does that make me like homophobic or
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that your job has gotten so difficult
it's
with this climate.
Well, you make a good point.
The best is when you do a private show or a corporate show, and they'll go, you know, they already hired you, and they'll go, okay, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about this, and don't mention that.
Right.
And you go, I don't think you want me.
I'm not your guy.
I don't know sign language.
Yeah. No, I did a show not too long ago for Northeastern University to the recruiting people, the people who get, acceptance people, right? And they give me, they go, we have people from all over, and I go, and we don't want HR meetings come tomorrow. And I go,
That's a tough one.
it's a tough one, and I pulled it off.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Well, the Northeastern,
mine.
it's probably the white girl is probably a minority.
Oh
at Northeastern.
yeah. We had
So-
people from England, from Indonesia. We had people from all over. So I just talk to them and make jokes about.
Oh, then you'll get the person that say you do a joke, not even a joke, mention like a gay guy or something, and the gay guy will laugh his butt off.
Right.
The person next to them
one is
the
offended
one that's
for
offended
them.
for
Right.
them. That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Like Bill Burr does it, and
Yeah.
he does it in I mean, he's funny,
yeah.
but he'll like rag on Trump, and then he comes right back and rags on Biden
on both sides.
So he has his whole thing
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got an art to delivering something where, I mean, his act is politics, rape, abortion, and
Plus,
he'll
he's
touch
so
on it.
big now, and he's so I mean, he can certainly do more than I could.
Oh,
because
sure.
He's so,
well,
such a
yeah,
big
because
star.
people come with an expectation to see
Exactly.
Bill, and they're
And
his
then
fans, and
he's
they
gonna
know
say
what
that.
they do.
Exactly.
What they're gonna say.
If we're one of three comics on the show, you're just number three.
That's it.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
number two. I
you're
like
not
number one.
number three to
Whatever.
us,
Yeah, it is. I
Tony.
know, but I'm number two to you guys.
Essentially, we're the dating game.
yeah.
No, it's true. It is. You can say what you want when you're real big.
It's terrible. I think it's hard.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Or you can say what you want if you don't want to become real big.
Yeah, sure.
Or you can say what you want and not be asked back, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a few comedians out there, and I won't mention their names.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Oh my God, what's that guy?
We won't mention their name.
I'm gonna mention his name
You mean they were on this show?
if I know.
Oh, you just
We've
went-
had people on the show.
Oh,
now.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he there was one guy at Comics Come Home that I just.
Oh, Davidson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never seen him do stand up.
yeah.
Oh, he
You ever
was.
see him?
He woke up on the wrong side of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bed and he was very angry. and
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard that he killed it at like the Wilbur or somewhere else like later
yeah,
that
the crowd
week.
was kind of turning on.
Is he the one that went with Kardashian? Is that
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Oh, well, there
Yeah.
you go.
You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be rooting.
You
for
got to
that
be a
guy.
little.
You gotta root
You
for
gotta
that guy.
for that guy.
Yeah,
an
but then he was
underdog.
talking
But
about
you know-
sleeping with his mother. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was-
Now I'm a
yeah.
little chilly.
Something everyone can relate to.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
well,
God, yeah.
that was the thing. Nobody could relate to
My
it.
mother
at that
swore
point.
I was upset. Never mind sleeping.
Well, you could take. How about people now being upset over Taylor Swift?
I know. Ruining
about it?
football.
Middle-aged guys, football fans going, she doesn't belong here.
It's pathetic.
What are you so upset about?
I don't
It's-
understand why.
And
God bless them.
and she does so much
Yes,
for everybody.
yes.
And it's a wonderful. And plus, let's be honest, how much the NFL loves it because little girls are watching
Of
football.
course.
Well,
That
was
right.
But Bon, yeah.
But they don't really. They're making it sound like all they do is showcase her for
Yeah.
2 hours.
They pretty much do.
It wasn't 2 hours.
They show her at every play that her
somebody
boyfriend's
posted
in.
something the other day about her carbon footprint. Going back and forth to see.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
private jets. Or
Yeah. And you go, what about the carbon footprint of the NFL?
Right.
It's
Right.
a blip.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You're
Oh,
being
give me
very
a break about the
selective.
carbon
Yeah.
footprint.
I don't even know what that is. I don't.
Yeah.
I never
I'll
wanted to learn about it. So I
I'll
don't
tell
want to
you
know.
what it is later.
All right.
Yeah.
No, you can say it.
anyway.
I mean,
Well, what
they're
it is
saying-
just like
yeah.
your use. Like so, there was a company.
You're
out,
using your private jets to fly back and forth.
no, but even
Which is
like
a problem I'll never have. But go ahead.
But even there was a company out in California. I think it was Google or a big company, and they all were
professing.
told to return back to the workplace.
Right.
They were starting to lose things, like, you know what I mean, lose some momentum, all coming back. And they went on strike because they thought that they wanted to minimize their carbon footprint. Which means like gas.
Driving.
Like the.
I think it was Amazon.
Amazon. You're right.
Right.
I wasn't sure who.
No. Right.
But the point is that
allegedly Amazon. We don't want people fact checking us on this, but
you fact check all you want. I don't.
Fact check this.
I got your fact check.
I don't know
I got
what
it right
I'm
here.
saying.
Here's your
Say
fact
it minute
check.
to minute. You guys do whatever you have to do.
You're right. Those people should be shot.
Brad, have you seen a whole new Kathy Holtshouser?
I love it. I love this. I do. Because she's going on vacation. She don't care.
No,
Right.
it's not even that.
No,
She
not-
just
Yes, it
doesn't-
is.
She doesn't.
I'm going
she
away.
just doesn't care about anything. She just says whatever. She used to have Tourette's. Now it's even 10 times as bad.
Don't be making fun of Tourette's.
I know.
people.
I'm
We're
not
gonna get
making fun of it. But
bad reviews.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But
So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You can't even make a joke about that.
I'm not making a joke. The inference is that you were just blurting out whatever's on your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's 10 times worse.
Oh,
than
it's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
And they think
Alright.
people care. That's my big thing. Everyone thinks their opinion is so. No one cares. I think I could safely say none of us care.
No, we don't care.
The Facebook thing, it's hysterical. Like, nobody
Right.
cares.
Where you went to dinner last night and what you had.
But
I can't get
on
over
your
that.
political view, I don't care. I don't
Listen,
care.
every night of my life I work now. People go, I'm going to do this amount
I
of
know,
time. Do
I
you
know.
mind going here? I go, look, I didn't pick tonight to start caring.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I tell people my ego is in my pocket.
Yes, yeah.
That's where
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
And I go first, second. You
Second,
do whatever you want.
whatever you want. Do as
Whatever
much
you
time as you want. Go.
Matter of fact,
I
I'll do a
actually
minute.
like
You
that.
do 25 hours. I don't care.
Is that an age thing that we're going through?
No, you guys have always
it's
been
a
like that.
it's a longevity
Yeah,
thing.
it's
No,
being
you guys have always
realistic.
been like
I
that.
have been.
Yeah.
You've definitely like that. You don't care. Well,
I just.
You don't
when,
care who
With
goes
Tony, we
first.
show up, we do
Right.
our thing.
He's
and
like,
then
I
we
don't
go
want to
home.
work. It's too cold out. My shoulders are sore and
know.
my pipes freeze.
You get some
I'd
guys-
rather just stay home and watch
I'm
TV.
cold. You get some people go, can I headline? Yes, you can.
You go right ahead.
Knock
And then
yourself
they'll
out.
go on after Tony, and no one's laughing because you're not funny. Do you want a headline again? Because Tony's still got the same amount of money, which is way more than you, because he deserves it. And now he's home in bed before you.
Right. Plus
He
you-
won everything tonight.
Yeah. Plus you're going, there's no agents here at the VFW in Billerica.
No one's gonna
No
find
one's
you
going to
here.
find you here. We were lucky we could find the venue.
Your career isn't going to skyrocket.
Skyrocket.
I'm sorry. Did the VFW leave you a parking
Hey.
space? I don't think they did.
This next comedian was found at the VFW in Billerica. We can't wait to see what's
Watch
next
him
for
on
him.
Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow night because this is a launching point.
He was the headliner at the VFW,
VFW,
right?
yeah.
So he must have had a lot of clout.
And tomorrow night he'll
God.
have puppets. It's.
Are you guys feeling a little better? You're
I
I
feel much
I
better
like it because it
fine.
sounds like it
Good.
was maybe a bone of
Feel good.
contention
We were
at some
starting to say
point.
Kathy gets a lot off her chest. Now you guys seem to be feeling a
Well,
little
that's what
better.
comedy is. We just
You know
get
what?
paid
It's
to.
unhealthy to hold in negative
right,
emotions.
right.
You got to let it out.
You got anything else?
No,
Or, was that, you
we
feeling
might
better?
want to get to some real estate 18
The
minutes in.
sellers, the people that
Right,
sell.
Thank you for bringing us full circle here. Who else would
Oh
be
my
selling?
God.
They might have issues too.
Yeah.
You want the house? I don't care. I don't really care.
So you want
I think the house is a piece of garbage. But if you want to live here, go right ahead.
So you want to extrapolate the same approach you do in comedy
To real estate.
To real estate.
Yes.
Sure.
Be a
So
better
we are learning
place.
something. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just take the
You
damn
want to sell it
house.
first, last? I don't care.
How much you want for the house? Good luck with that.
Yeah.
It's overpriced as it is.
As it is, it's overhouse. Crack houses will go for more than this house. But if you want to put it on for that, go right ahead.
If you want to live beside these neighbors that I have here, this is the reason I'm
Enjoy.
leaving.
Listen,
Yeah.
people get lucky once in a while.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't it be you?
Right. Have you liked living here? Doesn't
Luck
matter.
doesn't
I'm leaving.
matter.
I'm leaving.
Lucky.
You're the one.
Lucky with the neighbors.
You answer that question. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. You let me know if you like living here. Because I'm leaving.
I'm not really in love with it anymore.
There's
to be
a
honest.
reason I'm leaving.
Right.
Right. I'm not selling because I love it so much. Do you understand this?
And I told my neighbors to tell their friends to come by this house so I can get the hell away
And
from
I told my neighbors, don't even show up because you're the reason I'm leaving.
But isn't it, well, that's a good, let's go
Yeah,
there.
go
Open
ahead.
houses. Do you go to open houses in your neighborhoods?
No.
I don't, but a lot of my
I
neighbors,
don't.
they can't
They
wait.
do.
Oh,
They
yeah.
go, they got to see
They got
inside the
nothing
houses.
else to do.
It's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They
like,
have-
hey, Brad, it's an open house. You going to go? No. I
Well, I'm not going anywhere. Right.
No, but you're right. They're curious. They want to see what the neighbor's house. They've never been. There's a reason they've
But-
never been invited over.
But that must tick the realtors off.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? They're doing all this
well,
stuff.
they even
and-
know the percentages.
Yeah.
They say, well, 60% are going to be the neighbors who come in.
Oh, okay.
10%.
I think that's like an invasion of privacy if
is.
you have no intention.
Well, I think it gets really
on buying
bad
it.
when they
Wait,
come in and
you've never been in my house.
Right. Now you're going to...
Now you're coming in my house.
Right.
You never once gone. Can I look at your house?
We've never said hi.
And there's a reason
But if
you've
one
never
of
been
my
invited.
neighbors came up and said, "Your house is beautiful. Do you mind if I take a peek?" I would be like, "Come on in."
Yeah, much
You want
different, yeah.
coffee? Sure.
But you have to wait till I put it on the market, and then you're
Right.
gonna go
Like you're
snooping in
sneaking
my
in.
house.
Well, what
fuck.
really gets bad is when people now they say, well, people are coming in and taking things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They take things.
Little
They
things.
take like medicine out of the
Yeah.
cabinet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I leave a big bowl of my meds right on the coffee.
Yeah.
table.
Like Halloween.
Help themself.
Like candy.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
Have a bite.
I mean, they're expired, but still, they
Yeah,
might
it
work
doesn't
for them.
matter.
So
You got high blood pressure? This is for you. Yeah.
glad
How's
you
your
came.
prostate? Yeah. You might want to take
all
one
you
of
what
these.
you do is just throw them in the M&M bowl.
Yeah,
So
that's
people
what
are
I'm saying.
firing them down.
Yeah, you just leave them out.
Yeah,
Make them up in a juice drink.
Yeah, like my grandmother used to have hard candies. I have meds.
You have meds.
Oh, what type of juice drink?
Juice
I thought you
drink.
said
Yeah.
something else. Sorry.
Is there one of those drinks? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be nowadays. It's everything.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
You have 9 minutes.
All right.
Oh, God, I've heard that so many times.
You get 9.
Not 9 minutes.
Like I said, it is wishful thinking.
Show off.
Back to the open house.
Well, if someone's on the clock, it matters.
Show
I
off.
It does
Scale
matter.
does fluctuate.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Oh, my
So I
God.
guess we hit on a lot of points why you do need a listing agent, although I don't know how we came up with all those points, but
They're
hey,
in there.
They're in there.
You got to
Yeah,
sift.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like gold. You got to sift through it, but they're in there.
Don't you worry.
Honey, what'd you get from the real estate show today? Let me go to my sifter. There was something in there. That woman seemed real upset today.
That nugget. There's a nugget.
All right. So one nugget I got out of that little rolling off the tracks was you might need a listing agent to kind of coordinate open houses, showing the houses, marketing the houses. We talked about in last week's show how to stage a house, how to photograph a house,
I actually
Manage
think that
expectations.
manage expectations.
the listing agent's job is crazy important.
Very important.
I think that, like, I always said, oh, I know everything about real estate. I could probably sell my own house.
Nah.
A lot of people say
No,
that, yeah.
are you kidding me? I have
All right.
been
Why
through-
do you think you need an agent as opposed to trying to sell on your own?
Are you kidding me? Like, from the beginning to the end, they're like a therapist. We've had a couple of agents on that they're your binky for the next
Right.
45
Right.
days.
Plus, they know
They know the area. They
the
know the
area.
market, the pricing.
But the
know
thing
the
is,
They know the
paperwork.
forms.
Paperwork,
It's,
Right.
They worry
Right.
about stuff that you don't have to worry about,
Right.
In a nutshell.
Yep.
But they know how to market your house. They know how to set the price,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They
Yep.
know they have a plan for
Yeah.
if you don't get any offers.
Well,
they're
they know
gonna-
where to price it. Do you price it below market value,
But the
above
thing
market
is, like,
value?
like when I was selling my house, I'm like, well, what do you think I should do? And she said, this is what you should do. This.
Look,
Right.
you're a real estate professional, and you had an agent.
Right.
Right.
That's all people
all you
need to
need,
know.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the things that she said to me to
Well, what did
do-
she suggest? Fix
Well, one of them is get rid of the wood in the carport because it makes the carport look little.
Smaller.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one thing.
Yeah.
There was a window.
You do that with closets too. You don't want them packed
right.
to the
There
brim,
was a
right?
window in the garage in the front of the house that needed some scraping and
yeah.
a quick paint.
yeah.
I did it all by myself.
Yeah.
There was a couple. One room needed to be painted.
So there was a good return on the investment of what you did.
She
Get
was
the dead body out of the basement. Little things that you wouldn't
But
think
then there were other things. I said, well, what should I do with this? She goes, that's fine here.
Yeah.
Oh, what should I do with this? Well, that's going to be
So
fine.
she didn't tell you to renovate the kitchen or
No.
put in a new bathroom. Just
No.
got those
Yeah, you don't
things.
overdo
But so
it.
I was
Right.
smart in the closet department, so I had already learned all that stuff.
Right.
But she still had things
From
to tell
watching
me.
our show all these
Yeah,
years.
she
you knew
still
it.
had things to tell me.
Yeah.
So
She's a real estate.
She's a real. The other thing too is I don't really think, a client saves that much money by not having a real estate broker, because I think
God no,
right,
no.
because most
What do they get now? What's an average realtor gets for?
Well, we're not technically
3%.
You are not allowed to talk about
Oh,
it.
you can't talk about it.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that would be price fixing. And
Oh,
there's-
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's
I-
between
So-
4 and... I'm not a
If I
professional.
hold up fingers, can we do that? Oh, I'm just
It
saying.
depends.
Can you do it on one hand? it's the commissioner on one hand.
It's between 4 and 6.
But at the end
Could
of
they
the
afford a
Thank you.
Celtics ticket?
But at the end of the day, Rick, I got an offer on my house when I was in Nassau. I was in the Bahamas.
Right.
Yep.
She calls me, you want to take this off? Yes. We had everything, starting to roll. I wasn't even in the country.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's big, yeah.
So
But most people say, all right, you're selling this on your own. You normally sell for $1 million. We're just going to give you $950 because you're saving on the broker's commission.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they already take it off anyway.
They already
Right,
took it
right,
off because
exactly.
they're
But
saying you're
But then-
not paying
Right,
this.
exactly.
And now you get all that
yeah,
aggravation.
but then
Right,
you have
exactly.
you have to be home and
Yep.
listen to critique and
your house.
complaints
Negative
about your house,
feedback.
negative
Yep.
feedback,
Yep.
which doesn't bode well for a seller.
Right.
Negative
They can't.
feedback.
Plus just showing the house. Would you guys want to show your own house to
No.
You got to
prospective-
get rid of your dogs. Like you got to get rid of the kids.
Well, not altogether. You just
You don't have to kill them.
Yeah.
You just have to hide
Let's
them.
clarify.
Hide 'em,
Yeah.
put 'em
yeah.
in the-
Well, you
How
know
about
it.
kids?
Yeah,
You know what I mean.
You put them in the dog cage.
With the dog cage.
Yeah,
Right.
Good.
So they say,
Yeah.
look, they'll think that's cute.
That's nice. Look at how they get along.
nice- they get
It's a
along
nice
perfect.
selling
They feel
feature.
like that's cute.
Oh, look
How
how
they
cute
get-
those kids
Yeah.
look.
Oh, look at those kids.
Playing with
Kids
the
trying to
dog.
claw out of the cage.
No, the blood is not blood.
So, that comes up. That don't.
Yeah, just throw them a cookie.
It's-
They like that.
See how nice our floors are? It cleans that stuff so easily.
Right,
Yeah, it's a nice selling
Look,
feature.
tell Johnny to sit. Watch this. This is beautiful.
They'll do anything.
So, a real estate selling agent would deal. Not selling. A listing agent would deal with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Open houses, because I can't certainly be showing my house to everybody.
No,
I'm the worst. I'm saying, I don't know. Just
No, but they're just they're invaluable because we couldn't possibly cover, even if we took all 30 minutes, we couldn't
Right.
possibly cover their entire role.
especially we've only spent 6 minutes of the 30
well,
minutes.
you know what I
doing it.
mean.
No, but you make a good point. Like, if you're selling yourself and someone comes in and you're with and they're critiquing your house, you might. I mean, I know me. Well, then get the hell out.
Yeah, right. You obviously don't want this house. Right.
Do you know
They
how much
walk
I
in-
put into this house?
They walk in and say, "You want what
Right,
for
exactly.
this?"
So, yeah, I think that's a big. I would.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what else they lose out in the auction effect too?
Right.
We've talked about this
What's
a
that
little bit
now?
before too.
Oh, yeah.
The brokers the agent gets as many people as possible involved. Give them a time frame. I have to have offers in by Tuesday
yeah.
at 12 o'clock. And it produces a frenzy.
And you know what you get to do is pick the best offer.
That's all it
Right.
is.
Right.
There you
Right.
go. That could vary in price by thousands and thousands of dollars.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So you get that little frenzy.
What is the term they use? Last best offer?
The
Best and last.
Best and last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us your best and last
Yeah,
offer. Yeah.
yeah.
Which is never your best and last.
No,
I know.
it
You
keeps
say,
going.
I was only kidding about that.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
kidding. Yeah.
But they
wasn't-
can
I
also
meant
what they can also
That
help-
wasn't my very best. I have a very best.
You're
offer.
right. You said
You
last
said
and best.
That's my best, but I got a very best.
I only give that to special people.
Yeah.
It's not
You have a
coming out.
Now
well.
that
But
you
they can
mentioned
also
it.
help vet the best offer because the best
Yeah.
offer might not be the highest price.
Highest price.
Right.
Right.
The best offer might be a cash
A cash,
buyer
right? Sure.
that can close within 30 days.
You know what's crazy is these escalation clauses, as you guys are mentioning. An escalation clause when a buyer will put that in an offer. I'm going to put whatever the next best offer is, I'm going to put $5,000 more than that offer because I just want that house.
Right.
So, but,
that's a good one.
yeah. But then I don't know if you get two people doing that.
Yeah.
You know, what is that?
You go up and up all day long.
Yeah. So like a FHA buyer is not the best offer because the FHA is very difficult to, or not very difficult, but cumbersome.
Yeah.
to
I used
work
to do
with.
that at work. There was a comedian I knew, we'd work the same clubs.
Yeah.
And I'd be going in, or they'd be coming out, and they'd go, well, how much do you want? I'd go, $1 more than you paid this guy. Because I know he negotiated the best price ever. So I'd go, I want $1 more than you paid him.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get that. I would say I want $20 less. And then Tony taught me as the years went on.
Go the other way.
The other way.
Go the other way.
Go the other way.
Doesn't have to be much, just more.
I remember early on, I would get an offer for a private kick, and I would take it. I'd tell Tony, and he goes, "No, you should have went higher."
You should have gone higher.
I've
The
learned,
worst
but I've
feeling in the
learned
world.
that now. I have.
Probably with houses too. When you get an offer, you go, "I need, $1,500." They go, "Oh, okay." You go,
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with the house. Yeah, it's
Do
true.
you have people negotiating like that?
"Oh yeah."
All right, maybe we'll leave with this last one tip. So what if a potential seller, goes to the listing agent and says, all right, your commission is this. I want you to reduce it to this amount. What should the answer be to that? And this is dedicated to Mike Flynn.
Wait, say that again.
Okay, so a potential seller.
A seller says,
Listen, I need to sell my house.
Right.
Going to list my house.
Right.
What is your commission? That listing agent says, this is what my commission would be. The seller goes back, says, can you shave off a point on that?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. You got to stand your ground. It's a business. It's like any other business.
And my thinking is, so that's the very first negotiation. It's almost
They're
like
not going to. It's indicative of a person that if you have
gonna
a
cave.
Right. So if
some buyer's going to come and say, I'm only going to give you $950. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's already right off the bat showing you a cave easy.
Plus, you're doing a lot of work for
But
this
it's
person.
also
Right,
indicative
exactly.
of the seller that you may not want to work
Exactly.
with. Because what if there's a home inspection issue? Now you already know your seller is like negotiating, like
To the
undercutting.
nickel, right.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like maybe they won't pay your fee,
Right,
Or
right,
maybe they won't help the buyer fix the home inspection
They're a
issues.
dirtbag.
You
don't want to work with them.
They show their cards right away. To
Right
me,
away.
it's like,
You're that guy.
So just because you asked, I'm going to give you 1% off.
Exactly.
Like I don't get it.
No, let me do it for free.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do.
Let me show you
I
how.
want to
I'm
pay
actually
you
pay
to
you,
sell
yeah.
your house. How about that? But
We gotta go.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us
Bye.
on the
Don't
Real
be
Estate House
cheap.
Party.
Don't be cheap with your realtor.
Tony V, Kathy H, and the one and only Brad Mastrangelo. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you next week here on the Real Estate House Party.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.